let's talk about the only positive thing from this Monday night game, and that was our offensive line. Well, I guess offense in general. Offensive line, though, let's kind of break it down today, look at it, and go through our little snippets as we always do. So, first play of the game, we run an empty base set. This is a five wide receiver set, excuse me. 3 on the left-hand side, 2 on the right-hand side. And starting off the game, I expected a run play. So, kind of surprised we started off with a pass. But we ended up starting off with a screen pass, which, as always, when it comes to offensive line play, screens are kind of iffy. Because screens, you're supposed to let the guys in. So, knowing whether or not a guy blocked correctly, sometimes you just don't really get a good snippet of it. But the real problem here was right here. So if Chase gets this ball, right here, if he blocks this guy, Chase is going to get yards. The reason why Chase gets 1 yard on this play is because Eric All completely misses his block, as you can see. That is actually the first problem we have, is Eric All misses block on a screen pass. Also, he tackled him in the background. Now, listen, Eric All's a rookie. I'm not going to put too much on a rookie to not get his block correctly on a screen pass. He's also not known as a blocking tight end. He's more known as a vertical threat tight end. Although this year he has been pretty good in the blocking game. 2nd down and 9, we go ahead and do a play action pass. And even though, first off, Zach Moss and Chase Brown had horrific pass blocking grades, which I found funny because grades are a telltale sign of like a good indication of how good or bad a player did. But you can see right here. I mean, this Zach Moss is going one-on-one with this guy, and he's holding his block pretty well. I mean, look at that. He's giving Joe all day to throw that ball. And the rest of the offensive line is also doing very well. You got Trent Brown over here. Hopefully he does get better soon. You got a check down option right here open. 2 guys on 93 right here. 2 guys on this guy. And Zach Moss, again, even with a horrific pass blocking grade, really held his own versus number 54 here. And did a very, very good job there of making sure Joe was protected. Next play later, again, we have this completely locked down on the left-hand side. This is all locked down. I mean, this offensive line, again, like I said, especially early in the game, really did amazing. So then Joe is able to step up here. Cordell Volson ends up pretty much tackling their guy right there. Thankfully, that was not called holding or anything. Again, it's always a possibility. Next play later, we do run the ball, and please tell me he goes through this hole right here. He does. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Oh, it's mistakes like this when you watch it back that you really kill yourself. Look at this. Look at this, bro. Oh, that hole opened up, and he instead went through the middle where really there just isn't anything in the middle. There just really isn't anything in the middle right there. I mean, you're running into a nothingness pretty much. Hole opens up. You can see my mouse pointer. Does he follow? He follows. That's why when a hole opens up, man, it is so gorgeous. Because look at that. Eric All looking for someone to block in the second level. He doesn't really end up finding anybody, so it is what it is. Again, like I said, not going to put too much on the rookie there, but there really wasn't anyone to block. All right, next play later. I don't like to see Teddy K about the collapse. Okay, so Teddy K, the guy goes right through Teddy K. Kappa has his guy. Trent Brown has his guy. Orlando Brown has his guy. These 2 guys are blocking. We also have Zach Moss in the set in the middle here as an extra blocker. He doesn't actually end up blocking, though. He ends up going out for a route, which, as you can see, Teddy K is getting destroyed on this play. Joe has to throw it early. Ends up being a touchdown to Chase. But he would have a couple seconds more if Zach Moss would have, and again, I don't think on that play he was, in theory, the pass blocker. I don't think his job was to pass block. But on that play, when Teddy K was getting destroyed, if Zach Moss would have went in there and just chipped the guy or maybe gotten an extra block, it would have gave Joe an extra couple seconds. But Teddy K did get beat on that play, so it is what it is. First down and 10, though. It's going to go ahead and be a run play up the middle here. And you can see that hole opens up instantly. We were able to run the ball so efficiently in this game. It's crazy. But another run here, which, yeah, the hole opens up here. If Chase Brown stops and stutter steps and goes left, oh, if he cuts this left, that's a touchdown. Again, like I said, listen, we're looking at it from a broad point of view, obviously, but it's just, when you see the hole opens up and it's like the Grand Canyon, it's awful. It's awful sometimes. All right, so everyone has their guy. It looks like this right here is going to get beat, but Trent Brown has his guy. Everyone has their guy over there. Let's see. Ball is thrown. When ball is thrown, that is such a clean pocket. Again, like I said, it's like I've looked over this over the last 3 weeks, right? And yes, we've had some situations where you can look at us and say, oh, that wasn't that good, right? At the end of the day, most of the time, though, it's clean pockets. It's protecting Joe. It's keeping Joe clean. And this offensive line, man, it's played so much better this year than previous years. So we have a little bit of a play action there, giving time to throw the ball. He puts his hand up trying to block the throw, but everyone has their guy. Again, just looking very, very well here. Ends up being a pass out of the backfield. That might have been a screen pass. Was that a screen pass? No, it wasn't a screen pass. Orlando Brown got beat. So it looks like a screen pass, but it ends up being Orlando Brown, I believe, on the play. Not Orlando. That was 89. Drew Sample gets beat on the play, on the block. Oh, my bad. Did not mean to do that. There we go. Okay, I don't know what just happened, but let's actually do that. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, so where are we at? Okay, let's go back here. I think we're a little bit further back here. Believe. Sorry for the quick cut, guys. Let's go on to the next play. So second down and 10 of the Eric All catch. And this right here, this is actually, I've seen a couple posts on Twitter. You can see that the guy's bull rushing in. Well, not bull rushing, but he's pass rushing in. Trent Brown's going to pick him up. But right here, Kappa definitely struggling versus number 6. The ball does have to come out quickly because of that. Because he's literally getting pushed right back into Joe. Ends up being a 6-yard pass to Zach Moss on the play. Ends up working out. Next play later. Again, another play in shotgun here where this is... Okay, so let's kind of break this down. So this guy is a free rusher. So he's a free pass rusher. They are bringing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys on this 3rd and 4. You have an extra pass rusher here. Zach Moss is in to block. Obviously, or else, this guy would just go straight to Joe and get Joe. Zach Moss tries to block him. Guy kind of goes right around Zach Moss, which linebacker versus running back. It is what it is. Joe stays in the pocket, throws the ball, completion to T. Higgins, breaks the tackle and gets some more yards. But again, like in this situation... See, in this situation, it's weird because I do like that Joe just threw the ball. Because if Joe did step up in the pocket, this guy is getting beat right here. So they would get Joe right away. So kind of this situation, you just got to throw the ball. You just got to throw it. Zach Moss is getting beat on the play. You got to throw it, get it out of your hands. But even then, listen, it wasn't a great blocking on that play by Zach Moss. But for what it is, a running back versus a linebacker, I wouldn't really say that I would give him a bad pass blocking grade for that pass block. I think that was actually pretty okay given the circumstances. Next play later, again, like I said, that guy has his guy. We have a guy now in limbo kind of looking for a free guy that comes in. It looks like Orlando Brown's going to get beat right here by number 92. Those guys have their guys. Joe Burrow all day to throw the ball, throws out backfield. Chase Brown catches it, but he gets tackled immediately. again, just situational football here. And so far, first quarter is about to end. I would give the offensive line an A+. There's not one single time I feel like they messed up in that first quarter. They played great football. Quick pass to the right-hand side. Again, this type of play is difficult. So right here, you can see the guy reads the play. He's going to hit Chase Brown right away. You might say, well, why doesn't this guy right here block him, right? Is it this guy's fault? Well, not really. So you cannot block your defender before the receiver gets the football. That is called a beautiful pass interference. I know it's weird because it's like a screenplay, but it does not matter. You cannot block someone before the ball gets there. That's called a pass interference. If you hold the guy before the ball gets there, that's called holding. So this situation is kind of, again, wonky because you can see the bottom screen here. He's going against him one-on-one, but that's because of the fact that, again, this guy's not blitzing. You can get in the way of the blitzer, but you cannot make contact or stop him from getting to the player. So you can get in the way, and they probably told him, just like down here with, believe this is Chase, they probably told him up top, hey, man, you don't, grab him, but get in his way. Slow him down a little bit, because if you slow him down, as you can see on this play, this screen pass doesn't look that bad, does it? Because he has the blocking lanes, he gets his guy, he gets his guy. As long as that guy gets got, then you're good. But when that guy doesn't get got, then you have yourself the situation that you have yourself in. Next play later, 3rd down and 11 here. He has his guy. Everyone has their guys. We go up top, and it is off the hands of Mike Gesicki, and that is a drive killer right there, which we end up having to set up for a field goal. We missed the 48-yard field goal, which, again, it is what it is. Money Mac, I don't really put much blame on him. It was a long field goal. Next drive later, play action pass here. All day to throw it. Kappa right here, by the way. Flag. Hands to the face. That right there is hands to the face. You cannot push a player's helmet up and push his head up. That's hand to the face, not called. I'm just going to put out penalties if I see penalties. That's hands to the face. Ends up being a check down pass out of the backfield. Should have been a 15-yard penalty. It is what it is. Not called right there. Play action pass right here. And Cordell Volson trying to get that block. Gets that block in the end. And it's a first down. Again, as always, Cordell Volson having a fantastic season this year. I know last week he did not look good in the Chiefs game. But he did look good in week 1. And he looked good in week 3. Next play later, 1st down and 10, another run play. This is when we decided running the ball like crazy. And to be honest, it was working out pretty well. So there's a reason why we kept doing it. Play action pass here. Trent Brown does get beat by number 32. This is a safety coming in. It makes sense he's getting beat by the safety. Safeties are faster than usually tackles, so they're able to kind of get around them. But let's see. Actually, that's not a safety. That's number 92. I'm an idiot. I thought that said 32. And he's also very lean, too. So I thought he was 32. So Joe steps up in the pocket, which is exactly what you want to do. Trent Brown recovers very well. And it ends up being a check down pass. So not only does Joe do the smart move right there, stepping up in the pocket, it also ends up being Trent Brown recovers very well against number 92. And he ends up saving the day on that one. So that was probably the first bad play I could say that happened so far this game. Play action pass. Everyone has their guys. Perfect time to throw it. I mean, again, like I said, you cannot blame this offensive line. This one right here, number 92, does beat Trent Brown, but this is something we did a lot last week when we played the Chiefs, and we actually did a lot against Chris Jones. If Chris Jones was lined up on the right-hand side, we would put Zach Moss as an extra blocker. If he was lined up where Cordell Volson was getting destroyed by him, we would then go ahead and just put him in the inside to pick up that block. So, again, like I said, all day to throw it. Throws it across the middle. That is a completion, and that is moving the chains and getting down the field. First and goal here at the 8-yard line. This one, Kappa's getting beat on this play. Trent Brown still has his guy. This is the play. Trent Brown goes down with injury, by the way. Yep, that's not what you want to see. Next play later, we run the ball up the middle. Okay, next play later after that. This ends up being kind of the play that I've seen on Twitter a lot. Both Orlando Brown and Cordell Volson get pushed back into Joe Burrow. Joe has to make a quick decision, throws it way too high, incomplete, ends up being an incompletion on the play, which again, you know, it is what it is. First real, I guess you could say bad play, it is to get pushed back. They got manhandled on the play. Run play at the middle, pass play here. This is when Amarius Mims started. And Amarius definitely struggled a little bit. I wouldn't say greatly, but I think he struggled a little bit. Kind of what you expect from a rookie, you know, to struggle a little bit early on in the game like this. First game, you know, ever playing in the NFL. It's definitely not, you know, good. Doesn't look good, but it is what it is. On this play, though, Joe, you know, has all day to throw the ball. I mean, that's a very clean pocket. Finds Jamar Chase wide open, able to get down the field and make a play. Then we go back to the run game, which again, like I said, I think we did a really good job in this game of balancing the run and the pass. We just balanced it perfectly. We went back to the run game. That actually did not work on that play. Next play later. So this is a weird situation. I'm not sure why. So they blitz 4 people, right? And you have Teddy K on this guy. And we have double team Teddy K and Kappa on this one individual right here, which allowed this guy to be wide open to run straight for Joe Burrow. I'm not sure why Kappa did not block this guy, and instead we double teamed this guy. We end up putting Zach Moss in the backfield here, like in the box, like we again have done many times. And his job now is to protect and go against 54, which really sets yourself up for failure for a couple different reasons. A lot of times running back to the situation, he didn't do it, by the way, but a lot of times running back in that situation will chop block the guy. That is when you go low on a defender and you pretty much take out his ankles, take out his knees. That is a penalty. It's a 15-yard penalty and loss of down. Usually that does happen in that situation, and a lot of times it's because the running back, I mean, no fault of their own there. They kind of just say, hey, listen, I can't block this. This is a linebacker. He's a humongous individual. I can't stop him from getting my quarterback. So they go low, which flips the guy on his feet. And that is, again, like I said, it's not only a penalty, it's very dangerous. You could literally break someone's kneecap doing that. So that's another reason. But that's usually what happens. So putting that situation together, that was just a missed situation, I feel like, by Frank Pollock there on, you know, his blocking scheme on that play. So this right here, Amarius Mims, look at him, bro. See, this is why Amarius Mims, I think, will be so good in the NFL, is because his athleticism. His athleticism is what's going to really cook here. It's not always about his size and his blocking ability. His athleticism to go and be kind of not as fast as a pass rusher, but be to a point where he's a lot faster than other linemen. He's able to kind of move you more. He's able to kind of get around you more. So right here, Joe has to step up in the pocket, looking, guys wide open. Just misses a wide open throw to Zach Moss here. If he would have hit the throw, Zach would have at least got close to a first down, and we could have gotten a touchdown off this drive. Instead, it's 3rd down and 6 here, and it has to be a quick, actually, it does not have to be a quick throw, to be honest. Orlando was getting beat in the end, but Joe should have just stepped up in the pocket, honestly. Joe might have been able to run this. So this ends up being incompletion to Chase. Joe would not have gotten the first down if he ran it. Never mind. He could have ran it and extended the play, and maybe that would have given him a chance to do something. But I don't think it would have given him a chance of like getting it. He wouldn't have gotten a touchdown with that. There's no way. The safeties and corners are too fast for Joe to outrun them. Right here, though. Okay, so this is Amarius Mims gets beat. Amarius Mims gets completely beat on this play. You can see he goes against him, tries to get him, but I mean, the guy goes right through Amarius Mims, sacks Joe Burrow. That's 100% on Amarius Mims. Yeah, you can see he goes right through him. And on that play, it would have been nice to have Chase Brown as a blocker. Does not get a blocker on the play, and yeah, see again, that's the problem having a rookie. But again, here's what I'll say, right? Because that was atrocious, right? That was awful. That was horrendous. And a lot of times people will take that one play and they'll run with it. Oh, look, he's not that good. He's not that good. That's one play. And when you look at it in context of it being one play and the rest of this game so far, at this moment in time that I'm at, he is looking pretty damn good. Like, he's playing pretty damn good. This play right here, look at him. 1-on-1 with number 90, holding his own, got the guy. Everything perfect. 3rd down and 10. Clean pocket. T. Higgins, 1st down. Play later. This one, again, is... Okay, so this is a lot to digest. This is the offensive line, okay? I want to stress this enough. This guy right here, you see the wet pants? He gets through the guy I'm pointing to right now. That's a tight end. This is a tight end. Both of these guys are tight ends that get beat. So first off, you can see Eric All, I believe this is Eric All right here. He comes in to try to block this free pass rusher, right? This is a free pass rusher. It's an extra guy. It's not part of the offensive line assignment, okay? It's a blitz. He blocks him. He can't block him. Drew Sample comes in, and Drew Sample's job is to block him, okay? Drew Sample chips him off, isn't able to block him. Joe steps up in the pocket, and that's why it's nice to see that Joe's calf is actually good. But then Joe misses the wide open throw to Yoshi. Now, in Joe's defense, because you're going to say, well, is it because of his wrist injury? No, it's not. This guy right here, it's hard to see. He puts out a hand and hits the ball. So he knocks the ball off the trajectory, or else it would have been a completion. It was the defender making a really good play. Watching it back, you can see that. Watching it live, it's kind of difficult to see. Next play later. Again, Amarius Mims is getting beat on this play, but he's going to recover very well, if not for the ball being thrown as quickly as it does from Joe. He finds it to T. Higgins. Next play later, 3rd down and 1. It ends up being a run play. We get a 1st down. Move the chains. Next play later, it's a screen pass. Again, like I said, not going to go too much into screen passes when it comes to offensive line play. Because again, I'm not an offensive line expert. I can't sit here and tell you if every screen pass, if the blocking assignments were great. I'm just looking at obvious stuff and kind of breaking it down with that. You know, that's the whole point of these videos. Laperim, he's more of an offensive line guy. Played offensive line. He knows what he's talking about in that category. So when he breaks down screen passes, I kind of leave that up to him to break it down. Love to have him on the show, by the way, and actually help, do these videos. That would be awesome. But, okay, so Bam has your guy. Everyone has their guy. Throws the ball, completion here, and now it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal here. Amarius Mims is in the category right here. I'm actually surprised this is not called holding, because a lot of times referees, especially in this type of game against us, they would call holding, but it looks like the Commanders are not on the payroll. That could be definitely a holding call. Throws to the end zone, wide open, misses the throw. It sucks because that was almost a touchdown. We have to settle for, I believe we go for them. We go for them 4th and goal. We throw the ball. It's caught for a touchdown by Yoshi. And by the way, yes, that pocket, Amarius does end up getting beat on this play. The guy goes inside and almost gets him, but he's able to actually get it and be able to help us. Able to get the ball out in time, which helps out Amarius Mims. And doesn't make Amarius Mims look like an absolute clown, which is very possible to do if he doesn't get that ball out quickly, because that would have been a sack on 4th and goal, and that would have been a loss. That would have been an L. Right here, everyone has their guy. this is when he got to get, again, they're doing this very well, and you're going to see this throughout the rest of the game. They're doing very well at pushing our line back into Joe. So they're not able to get through our linemen, which, again, shout out to the linemen for doing your job and, doing a very good job, that is. But you do see that they end up pushing the linemen back into Joe, which is definitely annoying. But right here, everyone has their guy. Perfect. No problem at all. Everyone has their guy. Perfect. I mean, like, this is such a clean pocket. Next play later. Amarius does get beat right here. Kind of, again, gets away with a hand to the face. Kind of grabs that neck area and locks around like a, kind of like locks him in a little grip. This could have been hands to the face, in all honesty. Again, like I said, kind of just another call that you could have called, but the refs did not. Wait. Okay. Don't know what that was. Anyway. Yeah, that's holding. That's holding. That's holding on the Marius Mims. That's definitely holding. Cordell Volson does get beat on this play right here. Throws the ball down the field. That's a touchdown. Touchdown to Jamar Chase. That could have easily been called back for holding. Just saying. Gonna be honest here. Kappa gets beat on this play. Completely gets beat on that play. Ball gets thrown out quickly. It is a first down. So I would say overall wise in this game, definitely on the offensive line point of view, I'm not looking at defense here. There was at least 3 penalties that could have been called on the offensive line for the Bengals. But it is what it is. This one, I mean, again, this is the athleticism, I will say, of Amarius Mims to go around and be able to kind of get that block. And again, if we're playing the Chiefs, all 3 of those are called. This is why I'm pointing him out. I'm not being a hater. This is just going to get called against the Chiefs. That's hands to the face. He's grabbing him. He's pulling his neck up. He's pulling the helmet up. That's hands to the face. That's another penalty on the Marius Mims. And it was not called. Now, again, what I'm talking about this is they're going to bring this up, by the way. Definitely. Frank Pollock and Zach Taylor are going to bring this up to Amarius Mims after, during the meetings this week. Because that's blatant. I mean, you could call holding, called hands to the face. You could call anything. He's grabbing him by his neck and pushing his head up. That is holding. And that is also hands to the face. I mean, yeah, when a body goes back like that, that's automatically a penalty. But that was not called. Next play later, this ends up being, what is this? So this is not a screen pass. Okay, so Kappa gets beat on this play. Look, Kappa gets beat. Joe ends up getting out of the pocket, throwing the ball down the field, and getting a really great play right there. Next play later, Joe has all day to throw it. Throws a almost touchdown. Does not get the touchdown in the end. I don't know why this is keep doing this. Next play later, Joe steps up in the pocket, looks, throws, and again on this play, Volson actually gets beat on this play. You can see, gets beat, but Joe's able to kind of wiggle off that, find it to Yoshi. Next play later, all day to throw it. That line is all universe. Ends up being a PI call. Next play later goes to end zone, touchdown. Dropped by T. Higgins. Okay. Then Zach Moss gets a touchdown, and we don't get the ball back. So, overall-wise, I will say, for offensive line, if I had to give a grade myself for this performance, I would give them a A-. I think there was definitely some things they have to work on. And there was, like, what total of 5 plays where I feel like they really messed up, which is going to happen in any given game. I think we still did a really, really good job overall-wise by the linemen. I think there was a total of 5 missed offensive line penalties that could have been called. That some of them were more blatant than others, but for the most part, I think they did a really good job of, playing. I can't really complain. I don't think that, Amarius Mims deserves to get as bad of a grade that he did. I will say I understand some of it, but not really too much of it. Because, yes, he had some bad plays, but you expect that from a rookie. And I think you have to take that consideration when you're grading a rookie in his first NFL, game. And I think I would say around at least a 90 percentile, he was almost perfect, if not perfect. I think there was a 10 percentile, and a lot of that, you know, whenever you're grading, I feel like you have to grade on some area of like, you know, not error, but you have to grade with some leniency when it comes to a rookie to say, okay, well, you know, it wasn't perfect. And you might want to bounce him. You might bounce, you know, Amarius Mims down from like 100 to a 90 or maybe an 80. But I don't think you can get him down to, I believe they got him down to a 46. I think that's ridiculous. I think if anything, I would probably put him down at the lowest, I would say, is a 70 for Amarius Mims in his first NFL debut. I think 70, I would probably put him there. If I'm being biased, I'm probably going to put him at a B- for this. But if I'm being honest, probably a C+. But guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.